Big Ten record for the Badgers was in 2001-2014. So they are well on their way, and that was 19 wins for those 2 seasons. So they are well on their way to be at that same mark. The Badgers have to take care of the Hawkeyes here from Madison to start. Tiffany Clark on to serve for the Badgers. First serve is up. Hawkeyes send it over, dig by Clark. Badgers keep that alive. It's gonna be Lowe's. And that's gonna be Evans for the first Hawkeyes point. Serve over here, the Badgers, Hilly. Backside, Duello. Looks up. Blocked at the net there by Molly Haggerty, and a point for Wisconsin. Molly Haggerty, the redshirt junior from Illinois, named Big Ten Player of the Week after averaging 5.29 kills per set last week. So nothing about blocks in that stat, but I think she'll like to have a block on her stat line any day.
Ashburn going for the tricky serve there. Big Ten's leader in service aces per set, unable to get one there.
Hawkeyes serve, Pizarro gets it over. Now over to Haggerty, who barely finds the floor, broken up there by Johnson. Haggerty on the first touch. Now over to Dana Redke, who will find the floor there for the Badgers, and a point, Wisconsin.
Up throughout this game, Wisconsin with a major advantage. As you see, a nice kill there for Redke, but Wisconsin leading the Big Ten in hitting percentage.
Haggerty sends it over, looking to find Pizarro. And that tried to be Hughes there at the net, blocked by the Badgers. Hilly over to Loberg, and Hawkeyes able to keep that one alive. Hughes sends it over out of the back, and a point for Wisconsin as they take the lead early here in this first set. Hughes over to Clark. Hilly. Now Redke, just a little tap over. Good save there by Johnson. Able to save that one there. Redke, point there for the Hawkeyes.
Iowa coming out on top of that block attempt at the net. Just Jones got her hands on it at the end and able to secure the point.
That was one of those, Cade, where it's how high can you jump, how long can you stay up in the air, and who can keep their hand on the ball last. Fortunately for Redke and for Loberg, it wasn't either of those two. Hilly now over to Redke, sends it out of the side, and a point for the Hawkeyes.
Just the start you'd like to see if you're a Hawkeye fan. Proving they can hang with this tough Wisconsin team.
Great dig there by Johnson. Hilly now over to Loberg, just lofts it over. Hawkeyes able to save Johnson on the second. Hughes gets it over, tipped at the net there by Redke. Hilly back over to Redke, blocked by Hughes. Badgers able to keep that one alive. Loberg needs to get it over. She will. Pizarro now over to Hughes, and a net violation goes in favor of the Hawkeyes. Great work there by the Badgers, but the Hawkeyes able to keep that alive after a net violation there. It's going to be Iowa point. On the flip side, Badgers take that point there after the Hawkeyes on the tip as it goes out of bounds. Badgers still leading. Or excuse me, you said Badgers still trailing by 1. Radke gets it over. Pizarro over to Jones. And a point there for the Hawkeyes.
Back and forth start to this one. Hawkeyes looking to go on a little run here, gain some early momentum.
Jones sends the ball over. Hilly on the second. Loberg. Going to be a net violation there on the Hawkeyes, giving the Hawkeyes a point. That looked good for Loberg. I was expecting her to get a kill on that one, but either way, point's a point for the Badgers. It just won't go on Loberg's stat sheet. Hilly now sends it across. Pizarro over to Clayton, who finds, actually that's going to be a net violation. They can take that back. A couple net violations right off the bat here, taking away my thunder.
Just a miscue there by Wisconsin. Got a little piece of it.
Yep. As you saw the stick move just a bit there. There's a high dig there from Loberg. Badgers able to keep that up. And that's going to be a kill for Danielle Hart, the sophomore from Virginia Beach. Lauren Barnes now on to serve. Lauren Barnes, junior, Naperville, Illinois, she resides from. Johnson. Going to be Pizarro to get that over. And a high dig from Haggerty. Clark tries to save it, unable to do so, and a point for the Hawkeyes. Boy, Badgers trailing by 2 here early in this first set. I don't think that's what they're expecting.
No, and Wisconsin coming into this one only lost 2 matches in which they win the first set, so a key first set here.
Barnes over to Hilly. Touched there by Johnson. That's going to be a point for Wisconsin after the Duello attack.
Showing the strength and the power on the kill there. Take another look at it. Perfectly placed pass from Hilly, and Duello coming down with the thunder.
Clark sends it over here. It's going to be Schmidt who gets it across. And a point for the Hawkeyes. You know, Cade, we were talking a little earlier how this is a crucial first set here for the Badgers. Badgers on a 3-game conference winning streak. They have Maryland, Minnesota, and Michigan State all under their belt. They're Hilly here on the second touch. Going to go over to Duello after a Hawkeye touch point for Wisconsin. But the Badgers are well on their way here, obviously leading the Big Ten sole leaders after a victory against Minnesota last week, a 3-1 victory there, and as well as the Michigan State victory, 3-0.
And you mentioned that obviously a key game tonight against Iowa, but if you're Wisconsin, you got to make sure you're not looking ahead too far to Sunday against that big game against Nebraska.
And a shot there from Molly Haggerty will find the floor. Point, Wisconsin. Molly Haggerty finding the open gap. Nobody there. Great work there by Molly Haggerty. Power, placement, and position. That's Haggerty for you.
Picking up right where she left off.
Battle at the net there between Jones and Redkey. It's going to be far side Claire Schmidt, excuse me. Just get it over there for will be the Badgers. Zario tries to find the floor. She finds it, but it's going to be a net violation, so point for the Hawkeyes.
Not sure if someone made the net a little bit wider before the start of this one, but we've seen quite a few net violations in this first set.
And a service ace will go to Pizarro.
Leads the Hawkeyes in aces.
So right on par for Courtney Pizarro for the Hawkeyes. Let's see if she can do it again. Pizarro on to serve. Hilly now over to Redkey, who finds the floor. Point, Wisconsin.
And what a well-executed play there for the Badgers. You see the perfect pass again by Hilly, and then Redkey with the finish.
On to serve now for the Badgers, Haggerty. Pizarro. It's going to go all the way back to Schmidt. But Haggerty's going to get a hand on that one before it goes out. Point for the Hawkeyes. Emmy Dodge stepping in here for the Badgers. Little substitutional rotation. On to serve. It's going to be Schmidt for the Hawkeyes. Dina Schmidt sends it across. Loberg dig. Hilly. Now over to Redke. Blocked at the net by Jones and Hughes. That's going to be a Wisconsin point. Now let's hold the phone here for a second. I think there will be a challenge, and there will not be. We're going to continue play. That was a great look there by our crew. And a service ace there for Dana Redke. Gets things back on track for the Badgers. Vicki Brown asking Jones and Hughes on the last play, hey, did you guys actually touch, or did that go out? And they said, yeah, it did. So they did not challenge. Service ace followed by the service error there from Redke.
And yeah, Blaine, the story in this one has just been miscues by teams, almost as if each team kind of hurting themselves. We've seen a few net violations and a couple of errors on the serves.
Clark, Hilly, now over to Loberg. Hawkeyes need to get it over in 3. They will. There, Jones sends it over. It's going to be Danielle Hart who finds the backcourt, and a point for Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's had some nice success going to that side of the floor. Ties things up.
And the Hawkeyes unable to get that one across in 3 after a miscue there by Johnson. And an ace there for Hilly. Going to give the Badgers the narrow 1-point lead here in the first. Hilly sends it across. Going to find Johnson again. Rosario over to Hughes. Good dig there by Hilly. Clark on the second. And that's going to be Madison Duello, as it went out of bounds. And Duello was the first one to say, hey, coach, let's take another look at this one. I think they will. I think they're going to be challenging the touch from Iowa. And let's take another look here. See, Duello, I think they're going to be challenging whether or not that touched Johnson there, the libero in the backcourt.
Tough to tell from that angle.
It is very, very tough to tell. Got past the hands of Jones and Hughes there.
As you did mention, though, it did look like it didn't land.
Deeming enough evidence to keep the call on the court. Sheffield asking here, head coach for Wisconsin, an explanation. He gets it. And play will resume. All tied here at 14. Hilly. And that's going to be Madison Duello. No touch this time as she finds the floor. Point, Wisconsin.
Another look at it here. Hilly, nice decision on the pass, and Wisconsin finishes with the kill.
Sydney Hilly already 11 assists on her book tonight. Hilly over to Haggerty. Good defense at the net there by the Hawkeyes. That's going to be Duello who's going to try it again. Dug there by Johnson. Iowa gets it over in 3 there. Hilly. And the second touch hit. Great dig there by Johnson from the Hawkeyes. Badgers get another shot at it. Danielle Hart wants it. Hawkeyes able to keep it alive. Blocked at the net, though, by Molly Haggerty. And a point for Wisconsin.
Nice job there by Wisconsin's front, sending that back to the Hawkeye side.
Keeping things alive, that's just what you need to do if you're a Badger. Just keep it alive. And now Duello barely finds that back line. It's gonna go a little too far though, and a point for the Hawkeyes. Badgers leading by 1, a narrow lead so far here in this first set. Slagle on to serve. Barnes, Hilly. Now over to Haggerty, who finds the floor. Couldn't get brought back up there by Mazzario for the Hawkeyes. And a point for Wisconsin.
And if you're Coach Sheffield, just keep finding a way to get the ball to Haggerty. She's been dominant.
Really get the ball to any one of those front line here for the Badgers, and you'll be in good shape if you're Kelly Sheffield. We're going to take a quick break here as the Hawkeyes call a timeout. 17-15 the score in Madison. More Big Ten volleyball right after this. All right. Back here in Madison, head coach Kelly Sheffield leading the Badgers. 781 winning percentage here in the field house. And with that good kill by the Badgers, he is well on his way to another victory so far. But Kelly Sheffield led the Badgers to a 2014 Big Ten championship, most recent. 2013 Volleyball Magazine Coach of the Year. I didn't even know they made a Volleyball Magazine, but they sure do. And boys, Kelly Sheffield, a coach that is more than viable from his staff year.
And to strive for that Big Ten championship once again this year.
Point there for Wisconsin, extends the lead to 3 as the Badgers are starting to widen things up after the Hawkeye timeout. .14 there for a second, and the Hawkeyes are putting the Badgers on the ropes. Now Badgers are starting to extend their lead, 22-16.
That last point makes for a 4-0 scoring run for Wisconsin, looking to put this first set away.
Hawkeyes tried to find the floor there. Barnes with the save. Haggerty will get it over just in 3. Lowe's. Over to Schmidt. Clark now over to Haggerty. Couldn't be saved by Johnson. And a point for Wisconsin. Molly Haggerty, 10 or more kills in her past 5 contests. No wonder why she's named Big Ten Player of the Week in the kills category.
Hawkeyes able to end that 5-0 run for the Badgers. Just a question of whether it'll come too late.
Badgers 2 away from clinching this first set. Zario sends it across. Now Haggerty again. Good dig there by Hughes. Now Schmidt on the far side. Over to Haggerty. Good dig there by Johnson. He was going to try it again, and it goes out of bounds. Point for Wisconsin. And we are in our first set point of the match. Molly Haggerty. Over to Johnson. Rosario. The Schmidt, who was able to find the floor. Great power by Schmidt, just barely keeping that in on the near side line. Point for the Hawkeyes. Boyer to serve. Clark. Hilly. Over to Loberg, a little lofter. Bizarro over to save. Johnson. Over to Hansen. A little battle for that there, but Badgers able to get that one over. Bizarro. Over to Hughes. Kept alive there. Wisconsin needs to get it over. Loberg. Good dig by Boyer. Bizarro. Hughes blocked at the net. Dana Redke brings home set number one for Wisconsin. 25-18, set number one. All about the kills. Dana Redke, Molly Haggerty, 25-18. More Big Ten volleyball coming at you. As you said, though, Penn State and Nebraska also neck and neck with the Badgers at the top of that Big Ten standing. So Badgers need to really finish business here. Obviously, they have Nebraska here on Sunday, and they travel to Penn State.
Put themselves in a position to win it, though. Obviously, that's what you want at this time going towards the closing of the season.
Yeah, the big victory that really kind of put them in that lead was their victory over Minnesota. Badgers beat Minnesota twice this year. Actually, the first Badgers win in Minnesota since 2014. The Badgers have been unable to get any sort of victory in Minnesota since 2014, able to do it in 2019. First point of this second set goes in favor of the Badgers. And a service error there by Izzy Ashburn.
And speaking of Minnesota, that's where the Hawkeyes will be heading up to tomorrow, I believe, in a matchup against the Gophers.
Bizarro, great dig there by Ashburn. Schmidt blocked at the net once again. Dana Redke. Fantastic work by Dana Redke. Make that block number 5 for her tonight. And let's take another look at that one.
Showing why she's an All-American at that middle blocker position.
Zario tries to send it across. Haggerty unable to dig. Point for the Hawkeyes. Okay, that's one of those clips where you can just watch again and again. Dana Redke having a fantastic night at the net as they do a little bit of floor maintenance, a little touch-up. Not only is Dana Redke, though, a fantastic defensive player here for the Badgers, a notable and record-making offensive player for the Badgers as Loberg sends it across right into the corner, and a point for Wisconsin. Great work there by Loberg. Redke now on to serve. As we were saying, Cade, Redke, 23rd Badger to record 1,000 kills in a career. Second fastest player to reach that number as well for the Badgers. So she is well on her way to the Wisconsin record books and doing so in record time.
Another nice kill for Wisconsin. Seen some great passing and great sets here by this Wisconsin offense. Really set up some easy kills for their front.
Redke on to serve again. Barely gets it across. Oh my goodness. You could hear the sigh of relief as you saw that ball go over the net. And an ace by Dana Redke. I think an unintentional ace at that, but say, still an ace. As she serves again. And there's your back-to-back ace by Dana Redke.
Third on the night for Redke.
6-2 the score here. Hawkeyes trailing by 4. Redke, there's the... I was going to bite her at one of these points, but service error there by Redke after back-to-back service aces. And now the Hawkeyes will get their chance to serve. Jocelyn Boyer, the freshman from Downers Grove, Illinois, on to serve for the Hawkeyes. Hilly. Over to Danielle Hart to get the point for Wisconsin. Danielle Hart, the 6th floor middle blocker, finding some points for the Badgers. As Hilly and Dodge unable to save the attack there from Jones. Point for the Hawkeyes.
Jones, a sophomore middle blocker, seen a nice vertical from here so far in this one. Done a decent job up front and coming away with the kill there.
2 kills on her stat sheet, 2 digs as well for Jones tonight. And a hit there from Duello turns into a kill point for Wisconsin. Great work there by Sydney Hilly over to Duello. And Sydney Hilly having a fantastic night as well. 18 assists for her so far. A little miscommunication on the floor. Haggerty just going to get it over Johnson. Now over to Hughes. Dug there by Haggerty. Hilly. And that's going to be Duello, who hits the hands of Boyer, unable to control for the Hawkeyes, and a point for Wisconsin.
I know we mentioned her numerous times.
Back here in Madison, 9-4, Badgers leading the Hawkeyes, led by Madison Duello for the Badgers.
A nice start to the night for Duello, 6 kills and 2 digs. A well-balanced game, and she's been very dominant up front for this Wisconsin volleyball team.
Madison Duello by far leading the Badgers so far in attacks. Like you said there, 6 kills, Cade. But not to be outdone, Dana Redke, Grace Loberg, Redke 5, Loberg with 4 attacks and kills on the evening. So the Badgers firing on all cylinders offensively, as Barnes couldn't dive and save that attack from the Hawkeyes, and a point goes to Iowa.
Wisconsin doing a great job of spraying around their kills.
Lowe's sends it over. Find Barnes, Hilly. And Hawkeyes able to keep that one alive, barely. Lowe's digs that one from Hart right off the bat. Although it goes right into the net. Either way, Badger point, but great work by the Hawkeyes to at least give it another shot. As Tiffany Clark now on to serve for the Badgers. Lowe's, other side, Hansen. Blocked at the net there by Wisconsin, and a point for the Badgers.
Hansen tried sneaking it over the Wisconsin defense, but Haggerty going up and getting that one, sending it back.
Clark now to send it over. Lowe's. Over to Bazzario, blocked by Dana Redke. Add another block to her stat sheet, make it 6 for her tonight.
Can't do much against that, Blaine. 6'8".
6'8" middle blocker there from Riverside, Illinois. Yeah, Kate, that would be one big wall there to try to hit a ball through if you're on that front line for the Hawkeyes. But hey, they can do the same thing, as that's blocked at the net by Hansen. And Clayton. Slagle now on to serve for the Hawkeyes. Badgers have a 6-point lead here in the second set. They lead the match 1-0. Hilly now over to Dana Redke. Boy, can she do it all. Dana Redke, 6 blocks, not to mention 6 kills on the night. Make it 7 with that, and a point for Wisconsin.
Redke showing everything she's got on both sides of the ball. Just dominant physical force for Coach Sheffield. And
the serve there by Sarah Dodd. Lauren Barnes able to keep it alive. Hager needs to get over in 3. Goes over to Rosario. Hilly runs over to Haggerty. And it's going to be a double hit. It's going to be a net violation, it looks like. Point for Wisconsin. On to serve, Sarah Dodd. Sarah Dodd making her first appearance against the game versus Michigan State. Her first appearance since having a torn ACL in April. Block goes out of bounds there for Wisconsin. Point for the Hawkeyes. Kelly Sheffield was talking a lot about this earlier. And it was a very emotional night here at the Fieldhouse as Dodd made her first appearance. Standing ovation from this Badger crowd. But Sheffield said, hey, you know what? Regardless of what happens, we're going to get you on this floor for senior night. And they sure do. The senior from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, making an appearance for senior night after a strenuous ACL tear. Able to have quite a heck of a senior season, though, with this Badger team. Hilly now over to Haggerty. Rosario for the Hawkeyes. Tipped at the net there between Redke and Haggerty. Point for the Hawkeyes. Now only a 5-point lead for the Badgers here in the second set. Iowa picking up a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, Wisconsin fans sensing the slight momentum shift, trying to get their team some support.
Hilly over to Redke. Couldn't be dug by... Good work by Redke. Actually tipped off, I think it was Johnson there on the other side. Let's take another look and see. Tipped off a Hawkeye there, but ball falls in play. Point for Wisconsin. Clark to keep this alive, but a great tip over there by Schmidt for the Hawkeyes, giving them a point. 17-10. They trail by 7.
Going back to that last play by Redke, how about the night for her? 8 kills and 7 blocks, and we're not even through the second set.
Not even through the second set yet, Kay. That's the kicker. As well, not even through the second set. Sydney Hilly, 23 assists. She leads the nation with about 12 assists per set. She leads the entire nation in that stat category. Loberg sends it across, couldn't be saved by Slagle, and a point for Wisconsin. Redke now on to serve for the Badgers, 18-10 in this second set. Redke, another close one from Redke. Good dig there by Dodge. Hilly over to Loberg. Slagle gets the save. Now over to Hughes, just lofts it across. Hilly, far side to Hart. Couldn't control it with Slagle, and a point for Wisconsin. Danielle Hart, 5 kills. Has a dig and a block, and Iowa wants to take a timeout. So will we. 19-10 here in Madison. More Big Ten volleyball right after this. With the kill. 9-point differential now between the Badgers and Iowa.
And the story of this set has been all about the Wisconsin attack, just been absolutely dominant, and unfortunately for the Hawkeyes, defense unable to handle all these attacks.
Well, Wisconsin 387 so far in the match from attack. And Cade, we were talking about this earlier. Iowa has the hitting percentage by opponents is the lowest in the Big Ten. They allow the highest hitting percentage of their opponents out of any other Big Ten team.
And we mentioned at the top too, Wisconsin with the best hitting percentage in the Big Ten. So coming into this one, Hawkeyes knew they were at a disadvantage, and Wisconsin knew that was an area they were going to excel.
And a miscue there from the Hawkeyes, it looks like. Hilly gets a service ace and a point for Wisconsin. Hilly now on to serve. Gets it across. Finds Hughes. Rosario. Over to Jones. Blocked, but it looked like it went out of bounds. And a point for the Hawkeyes. Boy, Jones wanted to make it very clear that it was their point. Jones now on to serve. Clark, Hilly. Over to Harch, tipped at the net by the Hawkeyes. Point for Wisconsin.
Prior to that last point, Hart was hitting .556 and continuing her dominance.
Riley Bell on to serve for the Badgers. Bell gets it across. Pizarro over to Clayton. Keeps alive is Wisconsin. Good work there by Hilly. And Bell unable to control the attack from Hughes, and a point for the Hawkeyes. Badgers 2 points away here from making this a 2-0 match. Hilly. Near far side, to Duello. And a point for Wisconsin after that violation. Vicki Brown, coach for Iowa, wants a little bit of an explanation. And Badgers, and a set point here in the second set. Tiffany Clark on to serve. Over to Pizarro to get it across. Clark dig. Hilly. Of the Duello blocked at the net. Redkey. Hilly back to Redkey. And a good save there by Lowe's. Bell with the dig. Hilly over to Redkey. And another save. And that's going to be a violation on the Hawkeyes. Point for Wisconsin. And that is how set number 2 ends. Set number 2 is all Dana Redkey, though. 8 kills, 7 blocks, 3 aces. Here in Madison, Dana Redkey, the star undisputably of the second set. 9 kills so far tonight, 3 service aces, 6 blocks on her stat sheet. What a night for Dana Redkey.
And Redkey responsible for 16 of Wisconsin's 46 total points on the night.
As Wisconsin clinched that second set, 25-13. First set as well in their favor, 25-18. And boy, you'd think that it probably couldn't have happened without a little help from Dana Redkey. Before the game had 1,122 kills coming that night. So,
of course, 16 of those 46, 4 of them miscues on Iowa's part.
Right. But hey, you know, as the stats always say, a kill is a kill. And Dana Redkey will take them, that's for sure. As the third set here from Madison is underway with a block by Sydney Hilly. And a point for Wisconsin.
Don't see that too often from Hilly, showing her versatility.
Hilly now for Wisconsin, a little quick second-hand action.
Hilly went.
Rosario sends it too far to the back.
Hilly went for the setter's dump there. Kind of put Iowa's offense and defense a little out of position, and ended up with a point for the Wisconsin Badgers.
Hilly averaging 14.5 assists per set so far in the first two. Hilly now over to Redkey. Couldn't be controlled by the Hawkeyes. Slagle couldn't get the save, and a point for Wisconsin. Dodge sends it over for the Badgers. Lowe's over to Bizzario. Tipped at the net by Bizzario and Loberg, and blocked by Dana Redkey now from the attack of Schmidt. And a point for Wisconsin.
Just can't seem to get anything by Redkey, can the Hawkeyes. Another nice block from the All-American.
My, oh my, what a night from Dana Redkey, that's for sure. Hilly gets a save. Dodge over to Loberg, blocked though by Bizzario at the net, and a point for a point for the Hawkeyes. Dodge. Hilly over to Redkey, blocked. This time Redkey's attack was blocked by Jones. And a point for the Hawkeyes. Now the score 4-2.
Credit to Jones. Redkey's had the Hawkeyes number all night, but making a nice defensive play there.
Loberg able to save as the Hawkeyes. Johnson gets it across in 3. Ashburn. Hilly over to Loberg. Off the hands of Slagle there. It's going to stay Badgers ball here as Redkey. Get it across, couldn't be controlled by Lowe's, and a point for Wisconsin.
Now we'll be rewarded for the kill with a chance to serve it, Will Redkey.
Dana Redkey gets it over to Lowe's. Blocked at the net there by Loberg. Iowa Hawkeyes able to keep that one alive. Ashburn now over to Danielle Hart for Wisconsin. Point for the Badgers, 6-2. They lead the Hawkeyes. Danielle Hart also having a fantastic offensive night for the Badgers.
7th total kill right there. And you mentioned, Blaine, they've just been dominant in all aspects of the game.
Blocked there by Wisconsin, a little too far out of bounds. Point for the Hawkeyes. Cade, Badgers truly are dominating offensively, as you said, across all aspects. 70 total attacks, 33 kills, and 5 errors. Makes it a .400 hitting percentage for the Badgers, compared to 132 of the Hawkeyes. After a service error there from Bizzario, gives the points to Wisconsin. On the plus side, though, for the Hawkeyes, their first service error of the evening compared to the Wisconsin's 5. Wisconsin's had a couple blunders at the net, especially in that first set, Cade, when we were watching error after error after error back and forth. Hughes on the attack there for the Hawkeyes. Point, Iowa now within 3, 7-4. Badgers.
A well-placed ball there by the 5'11" junior. Found the back corner.
Boyer on to serve. Loberg. Hilly. Now Duello blocked by Amaya Jones, the sophomore from Indianapolis. And let's take another look at that block.
Perfect timing there by Jones. Says, not in my house.
Loberg. Hilly back over to Loberg on that far side, blocked at the net by Hansen. And the Hawkeyes are now within 1.
Middle blockers have stepped up here for the Hawkeyes. Back-to-back nice plays there by Jones. Hawkeyes trying to crawl their way back into this one.
And boy, was that almost going to be another block, third block in a row there for the Hawkeyes if it didn't go out of bounds. Point goes to Wisconsin, but Kate, you're absolutely right. Hawkeyes, sensing a little bit of desperation here, stepping it up on defense, and they sure are. Barnes on to serve for the Badgers. Barnes gets it across. Missed dig there by Johnson gives the point to Wisconsin, and a service ace for Barnes. It's going to be service ace number 6 for the Badgers so far tonight. Dig there by Clark. Hilly now over to Haggerty. Dug by Johnson. Hughes going to try to get it across, but blocked at the net by the Hart and Dwello combination. Nothing is getting between those two.
6'4" and 6'3", Blaine. Hawkeyes just can't seem to find their groove on the attack.
Rosario. Over to Jones. And a point goes to Iowa there. 10-7, Hawkeyes within 3.
Seen a real nice third set from number 9, Amaya Jones, out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Been dominant on both aspects.
Couldn't quite get that one up though. It was Jones. And a point for Wisconsin. Amaya Jones so far tonight, 3 kills. Has 2 digs on the evening as well. Tiffany Clark now on to serve. Clark sends it across. Rosario, dug by Clark. Haley now. Over to Dana Redke. Boy, was that easy. That looked very smooth between the Hilly and Redke combination. They knew exactly where each other were. And that's going to be a point for Wisconsin. Clark trying to go for that lofty ace, not going to get it. 12-8 now, Badgers leading the Hawkeyes. Clark now over to Hilly. That's going to be Dwello. And Boyer couldn't get the save for the Hawkeyes. And point for Wisconsin. Izzy Ashburn in to serve for the Badgers.
Mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Big Ten's leader in service aces per set.
Johnson. Over to Hansen. We'll get it across. That's going to be Haggerty from the Wisconsin side. Great dig there by Lowe's, but couldn't save it was the Hawkeyes, and a point for Wisconsin. What a diving save by Emma Lowe's, the freshman from McKinney, Texas. But the Hawkeyes team as a whole couldn't get the save, and a point for the Badgers. And a put back over there by Dana Redke. We'll give Wisconsin a point there.
Holding on to a nice 7-point advantage here.
Izzy Ashburn still on to serve for the Badgers. Ashburn over to Lowe's. Over to Hansen. Good dig there by Ashburn. Once again, Haggerty tries to set it down. She will. Point, Wisconsin. And a timeout there by Iowa needed. We're going to take one as well here in the third set. 68 for Wisconsin. And they take a trip out to Rutgers to end out their regular season as well. We talked about the schedules for Wisconsin a little earlier. They have Nebraska and Penn State coming up. That's going to be a great match. Iowa actually just came from playing a Penn State, or excuse me, from the Nebraska team. Little fun stat against Nebraska. Iowa, the first time Iowa's ever taken 2 sets away from the Huskers ever in Iowa program history. Iowa has only have other 2-set wins against Nebraska in 1987 and 2008. which is a crazy stat to think about because you've been playing games and games and games all the way from 1987. And Iowa has never won 2 sets against the Hawkeyes, and against the Huskers, and they just did in their last match.
Yeah, a young Hawkeye team, and seen some signs of some solid talent coming up in this Iowa program.
Absolutely, some solid talent coming up as well. You have Courtney Bizzario, a sophomore, Hughes, who's only a junior, so you have at least those two coming back for sure, no doubt. You have Schmidt, who's a freshman, who's been playing a good amount of minutes here for the Hawkeyes. And it is still alive in this volley. Ashburn over to Loberg, who sent it too far out of the back.
I'm gonna call it
a rotation. Service error there by Bizzario. Gives a point to Wisconsin, now within 5 of this match. Sydney Healy on to serve. Healy 39 assists in this match so far. Clark. Healy now over to Danielle Hart, who gets it past the feet of Johnson, and a point for Wisconsin.
Nice set from Healy and sent down with force there for Wisconsin.
A service error there for Healy gives the Hawkeyes a point. Stepping on the floor for the Hawkeyes as well, Boyer and Hansen. Badgers hitting percentage coming down just a hair, 396 in the match so far, coming down from that second set 400 mark. But it's going to go right back up after that hit. From dancing seniors for the Badgers, Mallory Dixon, Sarah Dodd, Madison Duello, Tiffany Clark, and M.E. Dodge, all making one of their final appearances in Madison tonight. And the finale of their appearances will be on Sunday against Nebraska.
Senior class has had some great success over the years here at the Fieldhouse, and another dominant season for them, which they're going to hope to finish off with a victory on Sunday.
Hughes out of the backcourt with the tip there from the Badgers, giving them the point, 22-14. Hawkeyes with a little bit of a run here coming out of that timeout. Jones on the serve over to Clark. Hilly. That's going to be Duello, who gets it past the hands of Jones. And a point for Wisconsin. Tiffany Clark now on to serve. Sends it across. Bizzario. Over to Hughes, tipped by Redke. And Duello at the net, point for the Hawkeyes. Hughes having a good night as well for her, 6 kills. And a dig on that stat line. Hilly. Over to M.E. Dodge. From the back, what a move there by Dodge. You don't see that a whole lot, and boy, what a move from the senior on senior night. That's exactly what you like to see. Match point, Wisconsin. On to serve, Duello. Lowe's, Bizzario. And after a violation there, it's going to be a point, Wisconsin, and that is how we end it here in Madison, 25-15, the third set, all Badgers.